You are standing on a station you have shot 100 times. The target is straightforward, slow, predictable, going exactly where you expect it to go. You call pull, the clay emerges, and somehow you miss it completely. Not a close miss, not a chip, a clean miss on a target that a beginner would break. It is one of the most confusing and frustrating moments in clay shooting, and it happens to experienced shooters far more often than anyone wants to admit. The easy station that should be automatic, the target your body knows by heart. And yet, something goes wrong precisely because the target feels easy. Your brain treats familiar targets differently to challenging ones. And that difference is costing you breaks you should be making every single time. How does that happen? How do you miss the ones you should break in your sleep? Welcome back to Barrel Boost, your shotgun skills headquarters, dedicated to helping shotgun shooters, especially over 50, shoot smarter and more consistently. Today, we are going deep on one of the least understood problems in clay shooting, the brain freeze, the inexplicable miss on an easy target, why it happens, what is actually going on inside your brain when it does, and exactly how to stop it. 3 practical fixes, all of them range ready. If you are new here, hit subscribe. Let's get into it. Why easy targets are actually harder. Here is the counterintuitive truth at the center of this problem. Easy targets are harder to shoot than difficult ones. Not physically. Mechanically, a slow straightaway is simpler than a fast crosser in every measurable way. But mentally, neurologically, easy targets create a specific trap that fast, demanding targets do not. When you face a genuinely difficult target, a fast crosser, a long-distance bird, a sharp angle, your conscious mind steps back. The target is moving too fast for your brain to try to consciously manage the shot. So it does something intelligent. It hands control over to your subconscious, to the deep, grooved, automatic process you have built over thousands of repetitions. And your subconscious is extraordinarily good at this. It tracks the target, calculates the lead, fires the gun, and follows through, all faster than conscious thought can operate. When experienced shooters describe their best rounds, they almost always say the same thing. It felt effortless, almost like I wasn't thinking. That is your subconscious running the process, and it is the most reliable shooting state you can be in. Now, here is the trap. When the target is easy, your conscious mind does not step back. It leans in. It thinks, I can manage this one. Let me just make sure the gun is in the right place. Let me check the lead. Let me make sure I follow through. And the moment your conscious mind starts checking and measuring and second-guessing, it interrupts the very process that would have broken the clay automatically. The conscious mind is too slow for shotgun shooting. It is a powerful tool for analysis and planning. It is a disaster at the moment of the shot. The science behind the freeze. Sports psychologists call this paralysis by analysis, and there is deep, well-researched science behind it. When you perform a highly practiced skill, mounting a shotgun, swinging through a target, pulling the trigger at the right moment, that skill lives in the part of your brain responsible for automatic procedural movement. It runs fast, smooth, and without conscious input. When you try to consciously monitor that skill while it is happening, when you think about your trigger finger or check your lead gap or remind yourself to follow through, you activate the conscious, analytical part of your brain simultaneously. And those two systems do not cooperate well. The conscious system slows down the automatic system. The smooth, fast process becomes deliberate, halting, and inconsistent. This is why professional athletes across every sport describe the experience of choking as overthinking, not underperforming physically, thinking too much. And here is why it hits older shooters particularly hard on easy targets. You have a deeply grooved process, years of correct repetition. Your subconscious shooting system is genuinely excellent. But because your conscious mind recognizes that you should break these targets, it refuses to let go. It stays involved, and in staying involved, it causes the exact miss it was trying to prevent. Fix number 1, external focus. The first fix is external focus. Research in motor learning consistently shows that performance improves when attention is directed outward, toward the target, rather than inward toward the movement itself. In practical terms, this means one thing above everything else. Your eyes need to be on the clay, not on the barrel, not on the lead gap, the clay, specifically the leading edge of the clay. When your visual focus is locked entirely on the front edge of that target, your subconscious has everything it needs to run the shot automatically. The lead happens, the timing happens, the follow-through happens, because you are giving the right system, the right information, and then getting out of the way. The moment your eyes drift to the barrel, even for a fraction of a second, the conscious mind has taken over and the shot is already compromised. Your first unfreeze drill. On your next easy station, give yourself one instruction only. Watch the front edge of the clay until it breaks. Nothing else, no lead check, no barrel awareness, just the front edge of the clay. You will be surprised how clean the break feels when the process runs uninterrupted. Fix number 2, your pre-shot routine. A consistent pre-shot routine serves one specific neurological purpose. It signals to your brain that it is time to hand control over to the automatic system. When you perform the same sequence before every shot, feet position, hold point, visual pickup focus, mount, you are essentially telling your conscious mind, your job is done. You have set everything up correctly. Now, step back. The routine does not need to be complicated. 3 steps maximum. Set your feet, find your visual pickup point, and take one quiet breath before calling pull. That breath is important. A slow exhale drops your heart rate slightly, reduces cortisol, and creates a brief moment of genuine mental quiet before the shot. It is a physical reset that invites the automatic system to take over. The key is that the routine must be identical on every single shot. Easy target or hard target, first station or last, competition or casual practice. The routine does not change because the routine is the trigger that switches off conscious management. If you only use it on hard shots, it loses that function entirely. Fix number 3, process goals over outcome goals. Before calling pull on an easy station, most shooters are thinking, I need to break this. That is an outcome goal, and outcome goals activate the conscious mind, because the conscious mind is responsible for caring about results. Replace it with a process goal, something like front edge, stay with it, or smooth mount, watch the clay. A short, specific technical focus that points your attention at the process rather than the result. Process goals keep the analytical brain occupied with something useful, a genuine technical cue, while the automatic system handles the actual shot. It is a simple redirect, but it is remarkably effective at preventing the freeze. Putting it all together. 3 tools. External focus. Eyes on the leading edge, nothing else. A consistent pre-shot routine that signals the automatic system to take over. And a process goal that keeps the conscious mind occupied and out of the way. Take them to your next range session one at a time. Spend a full box of shells on just one tool, applied on every single shot regardless of the target. The brain freeze is not a mystery. It is your conscious mind doing what it thinks is helpful. Your job is to teach it that the best thing it can do on any target is to set the process up correctly, hand control over, and trust what years of practice has already built. Come back and tell me in the comments, has this happened to you on an easy station? I want to hear the story. Keep trusting the process, keep shooting smart, and I'll see you in the next one.